Hallihallo, meine lieben Ritter und herzlich willkommen zurück zu Let's Play Sherlock Holmes, Crimes and Punishment. Wir sind genau an der Grenze zu einem neuen Fall. Beim letzten Mal haben wir den anderen Fall mit den Chilenen und den Mexikanern erfolgreich abgeschlossen. Und jetzt wollen wir uns zugleich ins nächste Kapitel stürzen. So, Ihre Einstufung. Persönlichkeitseinstufung nachsichtig. Ja, wir sind immer nachsichtig. So, das Blutbad. Okay. Das ist also unser nächster Fall. Oh, aua. Das Blutbad. Wenn es dann mal zu Ende geladen hat, wird das unser nächster Fall. Bitte. Okay, jetzt los.
Holmes, what happened?
I feel deathly.
And you look it. Let me examine you. Please don't tell me that you've returned to your old habits.
Okay.
The
Pillen.
pupil is dilated.
Okay. Jetzt können wir mal Sherlock Holmes untersuchen. Bewegen. Noch was?
The temperature appears to be normal.
Den Puls messen.
I need to concentrate and count the heartbeats.
Ach du Scheiße. Wie geht denn das? Messen Sie den Puls, indem Sie 10 Sekunden lang die Herzschläge zählen. Okay. Konzentrieren.
A weak pulse, around 50 beats per minute.
Okay. Von sowas habe ich keine Ahnung.
But you're dying, Holmes. Your pulse rate is dropping. We need to get you to the hospital immediately.
The antidote. Give it to me.
The antidote? You mean that you're poisoned?
Now. Please.
Here, drink it all. Don't tell me that you did this to yourself.
Hemlock and datura. I was compelled to.
Holmes, imagine if I'd not returned home when I did. What might have happened?
I knew that you would.
Mr. Holmes, Inspector Lestrade is here to see you.
Mr. Holmes is unable to see anyone at the moment. He is unwell.
A good day, Inspector.
Mr. Holmes, I'm glad to find you here. I need your help. This is a strange one. We have brought in 2 young bankers from the city, sons of lords, members of the chamber, and so on and so forth. They were found stranded in a rowing boat that was drifting on the Thames.
A romantic escapade with an unhappy ending, Lestrade.
What? Well, yes, they were both in the buff, but... what?
As I said,
And they were tied together.
you are lacking in imagination, Inspector.
Well, no, I'm not. Anyway, there was a banner flapping about in the boat with the RMS Oceanic printed on it and signed by the Merry Men.
The Oceanic. Isn't that the largest steamer ever built?
Yes, and these 2 young banker chaps are sons of the owners of the White Star Line, the company that built it. There are rumours of corruption.
I'm not interested in politics, Lestrade.
I'll keep it then. Here's another one that's a bit more complex and maybe to your liking. It's a murder, but we're unable to find any weapon. We haven't touched anything. It's at the Roman Baths in Strand Lane.
A murder, a vanishing weapon, the Roman baths. That's for us. Watson, fetch your hat.
Alles klar. Treffen Sie sich mit Lestrade in den Thermen von Strand. Vor allem erzählt er ihm erstmal von dem anderen Fall. Nee, ich interessiere mich nicht für Politik. Das mache ich nicht. Okay. So, haben wir 2. Und hier haben wir die Dampfpfeife als Andenken erhalten. Schön. Gut, ab in die Thermen von Strand Lane. So ein Notizbuch. Gibt es da schon was Interessantes? Nö. Gut.
What a beautiful place.
With a dreadful murder. The body of Sir Rodney Bentcliffe is still in the steam room. It has not been touched, per your usual instructions, Mr. Holmes. I shall be waiting for you here, but please hurry.
Okay. Schon irgendwelche Verdächtigen.
Are you able to identify the men who were with the victim in the steam room?
Yes. The manager of the bath, Sir Gregory Pitkin, a lad from the city council, Garrow, and an archaeologist by the name of Blinkhorn. I think the plump one, Garrow, did it. He doesn't seem right in the head.
Well, we shall see.
Der Dicke. Die Tatwaffe.
You found no murder weapon?
No, and that's why I called you. All three witnesses and the victim were locked in when the murder occurred, and they remained so until we got here. We even had to pick the lock to enter.
I see.
Und Zeugen.
Was there anyone else here, apart from those gentlemen in the steam room?
Yes, a Mr. Phillips. He was the one who called the police. He'll be able to give you more details.
Okay. Dann erzähl doch mal
The
ein
steam
bisschen.
room's on the other side, Mr. Holmes.
Ach so, Mr. Holmes. Wo ist denn? Ach, hier ist der Mensch. Hat der sich hier einquartiert?
Good day to you, Mr. Phillips. My name is Sherlock Holmes, and this is my colleague, Dr. Watson. Would you be so kind as to answer our questions?
Certainly, sir.
Oh, schüchtern, ja. Okay, checken wir dich erstmal wieder ab. Halt. Leichte Falten. Ich sehe da keine Falten. Schnittwunde. Schneidet sich... Was? Schneidet sich die Haare, lebt alleine? Keine, kann ich zum... Schneidet sich die Haare selbst, okay. Kann ich zum Friseur gehen? Gestärkter Kragen, penibel. Okay. Ein seltsamer Mensch. Glänzende Knöpfe. Manchester City. Ein Wappen. So, hier ist was. Halt. Was ist das? Ein heute aufgegebenes Telegramm, oder was war das?
Please tell us the chain of events from the start of your day. Everything that you can remember. The slightest detail may be of importance.
Very well, sir. I came in at 6:30 this morning, and I opened the baths. I made sure that the room was clean, and I prepared the towels. The brazier was still burning.
There was a fire burning all night.
Yes, Sir Gregory ordered me to light the brazier yesterday. It takes some time until the room is fully heated. The gentlemen had a meeting at 9 o'clock this morning. I wanted everything to be perfect. They'd been in the steam room for 20 minutes when I suddenly heard shouting. I ran to the door, but it was closed. I couldn't open it. So I ran out to the street to call for the police. One constable came up, and then there were others, and they picked the lock. Then Inspector Lestrade came along, and he told us that nothing should be touched.
Okay.
Did you receive any other visitors this morning?
No one. Until these gentlemen arrived. Sir Gregory was the first. And then, while we were discussing work details, Sir Rodney and Mr. Blinkhorn arrived, and Mr. Garrow followed.
What happened after that?
I waited until they'd all entered the steam room, then I returned to the hall. The changing room door was open, so I should hear if they needed anything.
You would have heard if someone had entered or left the steam room.
Certainly, sir. These doors make a lot of noise.
Okay. Phillips hat heute Morgen um 7:30 Uhr auf der Post ein Telegramm aufgegeben. Okay, das hat er in der Tasche gehabt. Das ist jetzt, okay, wir gucken mal in sein Profil. Phillips kommt aus Manchester. Er achtet offensichtlich auf sein Äußeres und gilt als ein guter Angestellter. An diesem Morgen war er auf der Post und hat ein Telegramm verschickt, vermutlich an seine Heimatstadt. Okay. Merken wir uns. So. Komm, soll ich hier rein? Ist das die hier? Okay. Kleidung. Ach, das ist der Umkleideraum,
Clothes
ja?
belonging to one of the suspects.
Okay. Hier sind noch Handtücher. Hier ist noch mehr Kleidung.
Expensive clothes belonging to one of the men from the steam room.
Hier ist eine Kerze. Was? Champagnerflaschen. Okay. Weinetikett.
Champagne for a special occasion.
Schmolzenes Eis.
An ice bucket to keep the champagne chilled.
So, hier unten haben wir nichts. Haben wir die Korken noch? Genau.
Unopened. It was intended to be enjoyed after the steam session.
Okay. Okay. Alles klar. Fragen. Eine ungeöffnete Champagnerflasche und ein Eisbehälter, die im Umkleideraum der Thermen gefunden wurden. Okay. Fragen wir das mal. Von wem auch immer. Hier von Mr. Phillips. Du, ich habe da Champagner gefunden. Ladebildschirm.
There is a bottle of champagne on ice in the changing room. Do you have any idea who left it there?
There is? Are you quite certain? I didn't pay any attention. Do you believe that it's important?
It is important. So. Okay. Das war ja sehr auskunftsreich. Naja, wir gucken uns erstmal weiter um. So. Ah, ja.
Good Lord, Holmes.
Ah, death with a peculiarly Roman piquancy.
Like the one you almost had an hour ago.
Let us forget about that.
Die Leiche untersuchen. Das machen wir doch gern. So, Gesicht. Da fehlt ein Auge.
There was only one hit from the weapon. It pierced the right eye straight through to the brain. Death would have been instantaneous.
Ich gebe es ungern zu, aber mit der Tatwaffe habe ich schon eine Vermutung.
The wound should not have bled so profusely. This pool is rather large.
Okay. Schmutz.
Some dirt or earth. I'll take a sample.
Ach nee, jetzt geht das wieder los. Huch, da.
Look,
Ringfinger.
Watson. He was wearing a ring. He very likely removed it before the steam session.
Müssten wir das nicht bei seiner Kleidung finden dann?
Well, death is very recent. Between 30 minutes to 1 hour ago.
I think we have found all that we can here, taking into consideration the abysmal lighting. Constable, we have finished with the body.
We don't have many leads here.
What concerns me is that we still have to find the murder weapon.
Mr. Holmes?
Please have the body removed without disturbing anything else in the room.
All right, Mr. Holmes.
I was wondering, Holmes, it's fairly reckless to carry out a murder inside a closed chamber. Why do you suppose they did it?
There are a great many possibilities. The murderer was in a hurry. Or he is an artist. Or a ghost. Or he wanted to ensure that I'd be brought in on the case.
Probably the latter. You are ridiculous. Do you know that?
So. Blut.
I should check this blood sample at Baker Street.
Okay, dann müssen wir das auch noch machen. Liegt hier nicht noch was drin? Ja, ein Schlüssel nämlich.
This key was covered in blood. I should ask Phillips about it.
Okay. So. Kohlebecken.
The brazier is still burning. The heat here is extreme.
Puh. Schmolzenes Metall.
I will need something to pick up this melted metal.
Okay, da haben wir jetzt nichts. Was war hier? Fragezeichen? Achso, Kohlebecken.
It is too hot. I cannot reach into it.
Ja, das ist mir schon klar. Wir finden sicherlich gleich was, womit wir das Zeug da rauskriegen. So. Huch, Blut auf Badetuch.
Blood traces wiped on the towel.
Aha. Sprechen wir mal mit
It's
dir.
horrible. So Rodney is dead. Can't we speak about it somewhere else?
Warum hast du eine blutige Hand auf deinem Badetuch?
I'm in shock. I don't want to talk.
It's horrible. I can't talk at the moment.
Hat der zu ihm hier dick gesagt? Der ist doch gar nicht dick. Ah, Dampfhebel. Okay. Aha.
With the steam on, I'm unable to see even a few feet away.
Vielleicht finden wir damit. Okay. Krissel, Krissel. Watson. Er hat echt keinen Plan, wo man hingeht. Okay, also man kann den Dampf hier komplett hochstellen, ja. Krass. Können wir da noch was? Hier die Plakette? Ja.
G. Newell and Sons, Steam Specialists, Seattle, WA.
Genau, das wollte ich nämlich noch untersuchen. So. Oh, Watson! Hier ist nichts. Hier ist auch nichts. Hier ist auch nichts. Halt, Momentchen. Doch, hier, Moment, was ist da? Ach, Gitter.
The grid cannot be removed. The weapon is nowhere to be found.
Okay.
Mr. Holmes?
So, das habe ich schon vermisst. Ist hier noch was? Das ist auch noch mal so ein Gitter? Nö. Okay, dann gehe ich mal raus. So. Dich müssen wir noch mal befragen. Ja, Schlüssel zum Dampfraum.
How many people have keys to the steam room?
We have just the one key for now, which Sir Gregory gave to me.
So, this morning you opened the steam room, and then?
I put the key inside my desk, but when they called, I couldn't find it. It had disappeared. I don't know where it is.
Did you leave the baths at any time, or receive any visitors?
No, sir, I did not.
Genau, das Telegramm.
You are not telling the truth, Mr. Phillips. You left your work this morning, and you went to the post office, where you dispatched a telegram at around 7:30.
But how could you... No,
The telegram was for someone in Manchester.
Mr. Holmes, it's I'll tell you everything. I left the baths at 7:20. My sister wrote to me yesterday, and she needed a reply, or our mother is unwell. I was away for 20 minutes, and I closed the baths on my way out.
Did you receive a reply from your sister?
No, she wasn't meant to. I just told her to pawn my old school uniform so that she could pay for the medication.
Did you check to see if the key was still in your desk when you returned?
No, I didn't. Please, Mr. Holmes, don't tell the police about this. Sir Gregory would give me the sack. I need this job.
I see.
Ja, ja. Fahrlässigkeit. So, wir haben hier zwei Sachen zum Analysieren. Einmal die Blutprobe und einmal die Schmutzprobe unter den Fingernägeln. Das machen wir beim nächsten Mal in der Baker Street. Ich würde sagen, ich reise dann schon mal dahin. Und dann sehen wir uns beim nächsten Mal dort wieder. Bis dann. Ciao.